These lines on potato chips. How did the magic make a huge palace disappear in just 2 minutes? And why are people buying these torn high-priced shoes for Rs. 50,000? And what accounts for such designs in sharpeners? This video promises more fun than a YouTube short. Look, this is not just a statue, it's a girl made up to look like a statue with just a school fan for a dress competition. Wow, and our idea of a fan-made dress looks something like this. This apparatus produces power from your respiration upon powering up your mobile device. During the nighttime, if you keep it strapped to your face, it functions akin to the sails of a windmill, spinning with your exhalations to create energy. It might not produce a substantial amount of electricity, but throughout a night's sleep, it can sufficiently power up your phone. Should you ever find yourself at odds with a rooster, employing this technology would serve as an ideal retribution. Simply position the rooster onto level terrain and ensure its head remains unmoving. Do not give it, and then if you draw a white line in front of it from the square, it will be hypnotized and will continue to act crazy for 30 minutes, and after that, it will come to a little sense. This magic was once used to make a big palace disappear in Kolkata when you were just 100 years old. At that time, they made Victoria Palace disappear for a while. Other than them, no other magician has ever done such a work. And how did they do it? This is a secret because they didn't tell anyone. Just by looking at this photo, you can know the difference between knowledge and experience. The person who had knowledge made a chair on which he could sit comfortably, but the one who had experience made a chair on which people would want to sit. Number 16. Vijay Mallya has a $1 million apartment in Bangalore, which is made in such a way. It is one of the finest and most expensive homes in India, but he doesn't live here now because if he comes to India, he will be caught. You must have seen the usual boring blackboards at schools, but this one is a smart blackboard. It has an automatic eraser because it drops all the things written by the teacher by itself, but before dropping, it saves everything. So if any student needs the notes later, they are saved in it and can be printed on it at the click of a button. You can also write on it with chalk, and it comes with a special pen. You may be aware of this. It is very famous for its art and crafts. But when an oxygen is created in real life and we cut it in half immediately, we see something amazing. It doesn't seem as special from outside as it does from inside. This is a very famous quote that many people believe in. Even big businessmen agree that if you want to buy something without looking at its price, then you have to work consistently without looking at the time. This photo mentions that Bill Gates had said that all these papers have less data than a single CD. Can carry, and it's 100% true. It was in 1994. This amazing method was used for marketing. The number 11 is named Sophia. It's a robot, and Luke says that the robot is smarter than me. No, it's a joke, but people call it the smartest. It says it will destroy humans, but the funny thing is that it runs on Wi-Fi, and without the internet, it doesn't work. If I sell you such shoes, how much would you pay? Probably not even a rupee. Some would give it for free. Then. But these are not normal shoes. These are shoes from a very famous brand named Balenciaga. They call it the Destroyed, and its price is 48,000 rupees. Now, I don't know who will pay a $50,000 for such shoes, no. In the 90s, a film called Candyman came out. It used many bees. Today, such things are made with CGIs, but since CGI was not there, HDBs were used, and during that time, the actor Tony had to endure many bee stings. He had also taken a card, but the funny thing is that he was given 75,000 rupees for a bee sting. That means an extra 17,000 was given to him separately. This dress is made out of KFC packets. A South African fashion designer made it from recycled KFC packets and wrappers. Seeing it on social media, KFC South Africa responded that it is quite amazing and amazing. Just like my video, it deserves a like on this point. In Japan's Yakushima Island, individuals can be seen riding on deer instead of utilizing motorized transportation. This harmonious interaction with nature includes grooming the deer, ensuring their cleanliness, and occasionally feeding them. Nowadays, capturing a photograph is instantaneous, yet there was an era when snapping a single selfie entailed a quarter-hour effort due to the necessity for proper light exposure before the image could be taken. The photo was clicked. After clicking, the photograph typically maintains its soft features for an extended duration. Behold this edifice. At first glance, it could be mistaken for a product of digital manipulation, yet it was actually erected using more than 7 tons of wire, and today it stands as one of the most frequented attractions. No, it had drawn a considerable crowd. We should remain here so that others may be inclined to follow suit. However, when they fail to do so, they often end up roaming the same area. Eventually ensnared within a lethal trap, they're unable to escape. Inserting any item could result in a deadly snare. They persist in navigating this hazard until utterly spent. You often must have seen that very good potato chips have these kinds of lines on them that resemble airline routes.
Why are they constructed like this? The ridges in these potato chips create a satisfying crunch and tend to fracture along these indentations, enabling precise dipping, a feature often favored due to the preference for crispy snacks. Additionally, these grooves help to firmly hold seasonings. In contrast, without these ridges, seasonings would likely settle at the bottom of the bag. Hence, premium potato chips exhibit this design, as opposed to standard salted and oiled chips, which aligns well with consumer psychology.
It works with human psychology because such a potato chip looks more attractive. A pencil is incomplete without a sharpener, so if you have used a pencil, you have obviously used it and may have noticed this part in the sharpener too. So what finally does it do? Actually, what you are thinking is its function. It is made for grip, and along with that, it makes the sharp link design look better, and its curved design is such that no matter how much you sharp tight the pencil, it will not slip from your hand. For you, some bonus facts about the Statue of Liberty. It's very big. This statue is quite large and often its hat is discussed. But along with being tall, the Statue of Liberty has so many details you may not be aware of. For example, the Statue of Liberty stands on broken chains and shackles which symbolize the end of slavery and freedom in America. There was a lot of slavery in America before liberation, and this represents that freedom. Meanwhile, in Egypt, service in the army for males is compulsory. This means that all men in Egypt are required to spend some years in the military. But if there is another brother in Egyptian households that have 2 male siblings, it is mandatory for one to serve in the military, whereas this obligation does not apply if there's solely a sister or no siblings. Voluntary enrollment is still an option. Historically, due to the Army's weakness and scarcity of soldiers, this policy was established. If you're still watching at this point, chances are you enjoy the content. Kindly hit the like button and subscribe to our channel.